Hello fire signs, welcome to Timsy Naked Tarot, or welcome back to Timsy Naked Tarot if you are a regular viewer. If you are a regular viewer, you know that we are about to do a monthly energy overview. If you are new to this channel, I'm going to do a monthly energy overview. Out there we will pick a rune for the main energy of the month. Here we will get 5 cards, one for each of the 4 weeks of July and one for July going into August, and then we'll get some clarifiers out of there. So without much further ado, let's do this, shall we? I have to apologise for the lighting and sound quality on this particular video. I'm working away, I'm in a hotel. It's not a hotel we would normally stay at, and well, I was limited on camera angles and things, so this was the best I could find in the hotel room. Okay, I'm even using a tripod, which I wouldn't normally use for my videos. But all that being said, it is what it is. The energies will still be the same no matter where I am, so we crack on with it. It is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Maybe you're working from a different aspect of your birth chart, so maybe you need to check out one of the other energy overviews I do, either water signs, earth signs or air signs. And it is a predictive read by nature because we're doing a whole month in one go, so things might change, and what might be said at the now for the beginning of this month might not be the same as what it is at the end of this month. Okay, so we have got the rune of Sawello, which is generally speaking the sun. Okay, for you, and well, yeah, we got Leo season at the end of July, which is, well, represented by the sun sometimes. We've got summertime coming up in the northern hemisphere, which again is the sun. It's happiness, it's joy, it's security, it's kind of like all the things the sun provides for us. We also had the Ace of Wands and the Hierophant in the cup, which is kind of telling us as, for some of us, passionate new beginnings. I say us, I'm not actually a fire sign. I do have fire sign in my chart, so I suppose I can say us. And possibly you'd be looking for help from an advisor, someone you trust, a confidant. Maybe you want some advice from them. Maybe you need to unload some secrets onto them, who knows. And or possibly the fact that maybe someone is coming to you as that type of a person. So it's still not giving me the shuffle yet, so yeah, let's see where they go. Obviously I do the 5 cards, one for each of the weeks. Would also just like to point out, before we get really going into this read and before the shuffle actually finally comes into the deck, and not all 4 or 5 weeks will, or sometimes will, resonate with you, because I am doing all the fire signs. 1 week might resonate with the Aries and Leos more than the Sagittarians, and another week might register with the Sagittarians and the Aries more than the Leos. It's just the way it's okay. So for the first week we have got the Magician. For the second week we have got the Ace of Cups. Oh, lucky you. For the third week we have got the Queen of Swords. Week 4 we have got the 10 of Wands, and then for the final part of the month going into August we have got the 6 of Wands. Strange. We've got sort of like water energy up at the top, water and air energy up at the top, and then fire energy at the end of the month, where we go into Leo sign. If you come to this video being a little bit skeptical and all that, how can you still be skeptical after that happens? Please, how? But anyway, so the Magician is talking about magic happening. Maybe for some of you the magic has happened in the first week of July, or will be happening in the first week of July. However that magic manifests for you, the magic might be you finally get offered a job after spending a long time unemployed. The magic might be the car what had a huge problem turned out to be not a big problem after all, and only cost you like £30 or £40 to get it fixed. Yeah, and it also indicates new beginnings because it is the first numbered card in the Major Arcana, and there is the first card of the Major Arcana going with it. I'd say the first numbered card because the Fool starts as a 0, and then the Fool goes and sees the Magician to start his journey. The Magician has everything the Fool needs to get going. It has all the aces of the deck. It's indicating a big new start. Now, this could just be the universe pissing about with me, saying it's the start of the read, it's the start of the month. We'll put a start card there. Okay, with a King of Swords and the Fool. This is about some sort of truth coming out, or perhaps a truth what came out sometime this month. I'm filming in June, by the way, which you're going to then start taking action on in the next month. Now, the fact that we got the Fool is indicating it's a new life lesson for you. You've passed a universe test, or maybe failed, and you're resitting that test, and you're going on for a new big universal journey. And rightly so, the card underneath that is the Magician, which is be the first person the Fool goes to within that journey, as I've already mentioned. So you'll be starting new things. We had the Ace of Wands coming out in the cut. I said there might be some new passionate starts for you. Passionate doesn't always mean rolling around underneath the covers creating thunder with your lover. It could also be like you have passion for a new hobby. You have passion for a new pet. You have passion for a new job. Okay? It's having that like get up and go and let's get on with it, because it's not because I need to do it, and it's not because I have to do it. It's because I want to do it. Okay? So you're going to be passionately sort of taking charge of this truth that came out. And I do believe the truth came out earlier. It's not coming out in July. It probably came out this month, or maybe the month before. Okay. So what's crossing our little gaggle of cards there? We've got the Knight of Wands. And I was talking about the Ace of Wands and the passion for this new beginning you have, and here it is. And I said it's the passion isn't rolling around underneath the covers with your lover making thunder. It's the get up and go, the want to do this. I want this for me. Okay, and there's the Knight of Wands saying, I want this for me. Okay, I'm charging in, I'm getting what I want. I'm not really worried about what anyone else is thinking or whatever anyone else is wanting. I'm just getting what I want out of this situation. Crossing that is the Queen of Swords. It's the counterpart to the King of Swords. Okay, there could be for some of you a little bit of emotional detachment from this. It's again, it's not a case of, oh, I love doing this and that's why I'm doing it. It's a case of, I want to do this. I need to do this for me. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, week 2, the Ace of Cups. So for some of you fire signs, yes, love is in the air. Okay. And there is an energy. Remember, this is all energies. This is not exactly what's going to happen. It's what could manifest because of the energies around you in that particular time period. Okay. So the Ace of Cups, there's an offering of new love. Either you have new love for someone else or someone has new love for you. And it could be actually an old love being revamped. Okay. It might be someone you've already known or already been with, or it might be the person you're currently with, but there is something new about it. Maybe you get home from work and they're surprised you by being all fancily dressed for you for a surprise date night, just to keep the things interesting. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Queen of Wands. clarifying this one. Right, I'm just going to clear my throat for a second. Okay, Eye is back. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Wands is telling us that for some, as I said, this could be someone coming round again. Okay, someone maybe a past lover, a past partner you've had is coming back to try to offer you new love a second time. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune. For others of you, for the ones of you who have been single recently, when I say recently, over the last 6 to 12 months, this is kind of like what you've been waiting for is coming into your life. Okay, obviously you got to use your discernment, and you got to make sure you're picking up the right signs and interpreting the right signs to make sure that you get the right energy when it comes, because normally it's not ever just one. It's like buses. You wait ages and then two come along at once. Okay, so you might have to choose the right one. The Queen of Wands could be indicating it's another fire sign like yourself, or it could just be saying that this person is very attractive. You might have a feeling that they could be a little bit like not quite what they seem, but let's face it, when you meet people, then they're not always what they seem. Okay, there's very few people in the world where you bump into them and then 10 years down the line they are exactly as you thought they were going to be. Okay, everyone wears a slight mask at times, but this could be someone who's like is different when they're out and about than when they are at home. They could be quite like shy and reserved when they're at home, but when they're out and about they're bold and brash, or vice versa. They could be like very meek when they're out in public, and like your perfect little accessory on your arm, and then when they're at home they're very in charge and domineering and sort of like you're henpecked. So there is this like duality to them, and it could also just be a warning that this person could just be a little bit of a handful. Okay, I get with the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Wands, I'm just getting a little bit of a handful, but it is a case of it's a bit of a divine timing. It's like it is someone who's either been in your life before as a friend or as a past lover or something like that for most of you, and they're sort of a bit fiery, very attractive. I'm getting really attractive of that Queen of Wands, and a little bit of a handful. Okay, let's see what's crossing this one. We have got the Three of Wands crossing this one. Okay, it's new love. They're coming into your life, or it's a revamped love coming into your life on the second week of July, but they might not necessarily be committing to it at that point. Okay, this is so that they're at the intention stage of it. They might appear in your life. As I said, you have to read the signs and use your discernment, but they might not be quite willing to say, yeah, let's get together. Okay, they might want to with that Ace of Cups, and you might want them to with that Ace of Cups, but there's something else there. There's something, in the way. Now, I'm currently doing the Twin Flame Soul Cycle reads for my main weekly reads. The main energy for that one was ISA, a blockage. There is a blockage. That could be what this is. They want to come towards you, they want to be with you, but there is this ice blockage at the moment. But we've got Sawello out here. It's the sun. It's melting the ice off. You just have to be patient. I know it's not one of your fortes, fire signs, but there you go. Never mind. Okay, Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords can sometimes be seen as, or is sometimes called, the divorced queen. She can be detached from her emotions. She is very analytical. She will look at the facts, ma'am. Just the facts, ma'am. Dun, 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 dun. And yeah, she just deals with it. But she don't swing her sword around like the King of Swords does willy-nilly anywhere, trying to deal with their truth. She analyzes it and she picks out what is true and what is not true and uses her discernment to decide what has to happen. So come the third week of the month, you're going to be in that sort of energy. You're going to be sort of in an assessment energy, and it could have something to do with the second week for some of you. It might not, and for most of you though, it will be you're assessing yourself. Are you ready for the next stage of things? Okay. With the Seven of Pentacles coming out with that Hierophant, no, the Hermit even, you're okay. I called it a Hierophant, and we had a Hierophant earlier. This could be that someone's asking your advice on something and trying to get your opinion on something, coming to you as like a spiritual guru or a life coach or a so-called expert in your field, and you're not sure you should be in that position. Okay, you're not sure you've actually got enough knowledge to help them. So you're going to be analysing yourself. Can I be that person they're actually assuming I am or wanting me to be at the moment? With the Seven of Pentacles coming out, it's saying yes, you are. Okay, the time is right for you to step up to this and be that person. The Seven of Pentacles, well, sometimes it can be, is the juice worth the squeeze? It might be you might not like becoming this person, because once one person comes to you for that advice and then they spread around to their friends that, oh yeah, fire sign was really good with that and they really helped me out, lots of other people might start coming to you for that advice. Maybe you dabble in tarot reading, palm reading, mediumship or something like that, and you decide that, yeah, okay, I'll give one of my friends a reading of some description, and you're really good, and then loads of people start coming to you all of a sudden, like the floodgates open. You might feel that it's a little bit more hassle than it's worth, but the Seven of Pentacles is saying, well, the time is now. It is harvest time. You might not believe it's worthwhile, but it needs to be done. Otherwise, you're going to lose the opportunity. Okay. Apples don't stay ripe on trees forever, do they? If they did, well, we wouldn't have food shortages. We would just be able to pick food whenever we wanted it. Okay, crossing this is the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is exactly what I said about the fact that is the juice worth the squeeze. Yes, it could open a floodgate and then it could become a bit of a burden for you. You could sabotage yourself in a way by doing the first reading, for example. But the Five of Swords also talks about sacrificing everything for a purpose. Okay, sometimes it's like sacrificing all you have to make a situation work. Okay, so remember, this could kind of it's just talking about a sacrifice, but it is also linked with your hopes and your dreams, with the star underneath that Five of Swords. So as I said, it might be a case of having to sacrifice everything to make it work. Okay, so 10 of Wands last week, or last full week of July. Burdens. Okay, now this could literally be the burdens of the floodgates opening there when someone's come to talk to you. It could be the burdens of your new love, what comes in on the second week. It could be the burdens of the new start. It is also a 10, which is indicating things are coming to an end as well. Okay, now it could be the fact that obviously there's a new cycle here. This could be the end of the old cycle. Most cycles overlap. You might be able to just spot that there is a card on the floor. If you look at the bottom of the video, you can see, I'll tell you what it is, it's Justice. Okay, that's why I stopped shuffling everything, because 2 cards fell out. You've also got a card in reverse, so there's Justice. And if you're really observant, you may have noticed my feet as well, but hey, we won't go there. And the Three of Pentacles. So, this burden, which is coming to an end, is going to create the balance. As I said, it's the end of maybe a previous cycle or another cycle you're going through, because we go through multiple cycles at multiple times. Think of all the gears in a watch. Yeah, they all overlap each other. They're all going at slightly different speeds. to make the watch work, to make the minute hand do minutes, to make the hour hand do hours, to make the second hand do seconds. They all go at various different speeds to do that. But that's like life. You have multiple different cycles, all overlapping each other, all linking in with each other, all going at different speeds, but all making everything work in unison. Okay, so the Justice card is talking about the balance. Things are balancing. This burden of yours you may be carrying, and this burden may be linked to nothing else this week or this month, and it may be burdens you brought from years back. Okay, well, they're coming to an end, and they're going to balance out. Now, it could be you are breaking up with people you work with. Maybe you've been working in the same company for the last X amount of years. It could be that you're breaking away from that and maybe going it alone. Maybe the burdens are the fact that you've been preparing for that, but that's coming to an end. Okay, whatever this Three of Pentacles in reverse is, normally the Three of Pentacles is like working with people to create a stable foundation, working on something new, things like that. This is I'm kind of getting going it alone. Okay, it's like you're not working with anyone else. You don't want to be working with anyone else. You're going it alone. Okay, crossing this is the Magician card again. So this could be linked with that first week, the beginning of that cycle. And I'm not saying you're only going to have a 4-week cycle. It could be a 4-week cycle. There are 4-week cycles within the world, isn't there? But it's saying everything is ready for you. This one actually shows that one was magic more than anything else. This one is talking about everything being ready for you. Everything's set on the table. All you need to do is pick up your start and go. Okay. Now we've also got the infinity symbol above him there, and I'm pretty sure that if you look on the other magician somewhere, you would have found an infinity symbol as well. It just literally means things go round and round and round and round and round and round. Everything is infinite. It just keeps going. It just keeps coming back in a different body, a different vessel, but it's the same thing. Yeah. If you go through series of relationships and they stop working, and you use that Hermit card there and analyze all your relationships, you will find that the thing what stopped them from working is the same problem, just packaged in a different way. Okay. Crossing this is the strength. You're fearing it, but you're building up the strength to deal with it. And crossing that is the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. It's something you've been setting the ambitions for. That's not the right word I was going to use, but it's the word what came out. It's ambitious. Okay, whatever you're doing. But it's something you've been setting the intentions for. That was the right word what come out that time. Okay, it's like the new horizons you've been looking for, and now you're actually going to go off and venture off and do it. Okay, we've got the Hangman crossing that. Yeah, you might have to look at things from a different perspective, or maybe that's what's causing the burdens. It's not working exactly the way you wanted it to. You might have to compromise somewhere. And the Six of Cups at the end, just talking about some sort of contract, maybe something linked to the past, maybe it's linked to your first job you ever done, or something like that, or maybe your first relationship. It don't necessarily have to be a job, it could be a relationship. And yeah, it was a good happy time though. Okay, what it is linked to. Okay, so let's see what the last week of July and the first week of August has for you. Obviously this is not a 14-day area, this is a 7-day area just like the others, but it's covering 2 months. Okay, so the Six of Wands is victory. Now this victory could be spurning straight off of the week before. Okay, getting that balance, and the oh no, you can see another card on the floor now. Yeah, straight off that balance and going it alone. But it could all just be recognition for your own hard work. It could be you have a bet on something and you win. Okay, it might be you buy a lottery ticket and you get a few £1,000 of it, or a few $1,000, yen, rupee, whatever you use in your country. It could be anything like that. Okay, it's just there's a victorious energy around. Okay, So the first card what came out, I'm going to keep it that way, actually, is the Death card. Okay, so like what I said here, this is indicating, it's not the end of a cycle, it's indicating the end of the cycle. And then the following week, there is an end of a cycle with the Death card coming out. It's the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. You've turned your back on something what's dead and not working for you anymore, and you're concentrating on that tree, that new tree which is growing. Okay, which is the new cycle. The reason I've left it sideways is because for some of you this is going to be a good happy time. For others of you it's going to be a bad time. Okay, when the Death card is in reverse, it sort of looks at all the negative aspects of it. Okay, imagine if it was a person who died and you go to the wake and you're all celebrating their life, because that's the whole idea of a funeral. You celebrate their life, you remember the good times, you remember the things they've done, their achievements and all that sort of stuff, that wonderful stuff. You have a laugh with the like the deceased's friends and family which you haven't seen for ages, and in some cases never even knew they were friends. But there's the other side of it. There's the mourning side of it, the anger of the loss, the wanting them back. Okay, and it's all the negative. So for some of you, there is positive in all this. It's going to be good. It's going to be a relief that it's over, and you can move on. And it's going to be like, oh well, why didn't we do this like ages ago? And then for others of you, it's going to be an ending you didn't want to happen, but it has happened. So you now should just move on and get on with life afterwards. Okay. And after I say all that, out comes the Three of Swords, the pain. Okay, so there is pain, and that was probably meant to actually be in a reversal, but I weren't sure. It was laying on the floor sideways, so I took it sideways. Okay, the Three of Swords is talking about the pain and the sorrow. There is victory here, but there is also pain and sorrow. You might have gained a victory at the cost of something else which you are going to sorely miss in life. Okay, maybe there's just a lot of pain attached to whatever is coming to an end, but the victory is the new beginning. Crossing this is the Three of Wands. That is the intentions being set. That's you wanting to move forward. As you've seen it on the horizons, you want to get it. Okay, so that's kind of like what this is. The victory isn't quite there, but it's within your grasp. Okay, fire signs, that is your monthly roundup. I would like to also just say, I should have said this at the beginning while I was doing that mega long shuffle for the main energies to come out. Now I am starting to do individual monthly overviews for the individual signs. So Aries, Leos and Sagittarians, you'll be getting a monthly overview as well. But I will only be sticking this currently. I might put it out to the general public, but currently at the moment, it's just staying in my memberships, my members pile, okay? Because I'm still trying to hone and refine the type of reading I want to do for it. So there might be a mishmash of them, different readings until I feel comfortable with how to do it. And then I might release it into the general video streams, or you might just have to pay and see it as memberships. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Anyway, all that being said, I hope this resonated with you. If it did, that is fantastic. If it didn't, don't worry. Maybe you're working from a different aspect of your birth chart, or maybe you're just not linked into anything I was putting on this month. Okay, until the next time you are watching one of my videos out there, you be good.